Next, we're looking at caching this out. So in your top network, we're going to find the ROP geometry output, ROP geometry, right? So plug that in, visualize that. Let me just press P, get my parameters back. Give ourselves some room. Okay, so in here we can cache out our wedges, right? Our simulations. So this is after a SOP path, and that SOP path will need to be some kind of file cache node. So it could be a file cache, could be a ROP geometry, you know, a caching node in SOPs, basically, right? So I'm going to use the .io because we need to bring in those volumes. So, you know, we do have the volumes coming out here, but we need this node to be able to cache this out, right? So to get those volumes out, it's asking for a DOP network, and this is not the DOP network. We've got to dive inside here, in there, and then you can see you've got that's the solver, the DOP network. You know, it's at a different level, basically. So if we just in here, we'll go ahead and find it. So in Smoke, in Pyro Solver, we got the DOP-net. There we go. Okay, and then the object, the DOP node, is going to be the Smoke object. However, it has a different name in here. So if I just show you, if we go in here, and then always into the left is the object, and you can see here it's just called Pyro, Smoke object. The name is Pyro, so that's what will come up. So we come here, DOP node, in Smoke, into our Pyro solver, into the DOP-net, and then I think it should be here, Pyro. There we go. Okay, and inside that's got other stuff again, but we don't want that stuff. So that should work. Visualize that. Don't see anything yet, so that's because we need to import those fields. So those fields were called density, right? You may also want to bring in val, if you like. It should work. Is that showing us? Yeah, you see it. There's a slight change there. Okay. If you want to use val for the rendering or anything else for for motion blur, then bring that out. If not, then don't bother, because it's quite heavy. It's a vector, so it's a lot of data, but I'll bring it out. Okay, so the SOP path will be this, so we can just drag that across. That's fine. And then the output file will be where we're going to save our geometry to. Okay, so I'm going to go into my hip file and then into the sim folder, and let's make a new folder in there. So it'll be called Smoke columns. Okay. And then the next part's really important. Excuse me. What we need to do is some way to identify each wedge, and fortunately enough, let me just recook this. We have an attribute here. If you right click and go to work item info, I think. Yeah, you can see we've got this wedge index. That's what we're going to use. So we got 10 wedges there. So we'll have this integer will be from 0 to 1, and we can use that to differentiate between the file sequences, right? So we grab that attribute in here, and since this is a string parameter, we need to use these backticks. So these are not quotation marks, backticks, right? So on the top left of your keyboard, next to on my keyboard is next to number 1. It's like a little backtick. Okay. So and the type in the attribute, so wedge index, like that, and then another backtick. Okay, and then your frame number, so $F3, and then the file type .geo. Maybe worth using .sc because that will make it smaller. And that's basically it. We want a frame range. I'm just gonna do 200. Well, I'm not going to cache all of this out because it took a long time, and I've got cache from that I've already got, and I got to about 100 frames, and it took a long time. But if you've got maybe a low resolution or a lower wind or buoyancy values, you can maybe cache out more. But that's basically it. So we go down here, put our flag on this, the output flag. Right click and then dirty and cook this node. This says we've got to save our scene before doing it, so just click OK and it will start to run. Now if you visualize that, you can see, oh, might be worth, have I done this already? Yeah, so make sure that's set up to use everything that you can dedicate to it. So there we've got 3 work items which are processing. Now we've got 4 finished, 6 finished, and the next, I guess in here, yeah, they'll be working on these ones now. I guess these are all the different wedges. Oops. Okay. Yeah, so you can see the kind of blue or gray ones are waiting, dark green are finished, and then light green are processing this one. Okay.